Islam, Islam, Islam. I give praise to Allah and honor to His holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to all the past and the present true leaders of this Moore Science Temple of America and their officers and their station. I give a special honor to all of the Moors who made their meeting tonight and celebrate this Holy Friday. Islam, Friday is the holy day for all the Muslims all over the world because Friday is the day on which man was formed in flesh. And Friday is the day on which man departed out of flesh and ascended into his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is our holy day. Islam. I want to take a reading from the Holy Quran of the Moor Science Temple of America, as it is a custom whenever teaching a group of Moors, wayfarers, sympathizers, or just plain seekers after the truth that we do so. I'm going to be taking my read from chapter number 17. It's important, Moors. Listen. So it says, Apollo with the silent brotherhood of Greece was sitting in a Delphian grove. The oracle had spoken loud and long. The priests were in the sanctuary, and as they looked, the oracle became a blaze of light. It seemed to be on fire and all consumed. The priests were filled with fear. They said, a great disaster is to come. Our gods are mad. They have destroyed our oracle. But when the flames had spent themselves, a man stood on the oracle's pedestal and said, Allah speaks to man not by an oracle of wood and gold, but by the voice of man. The gods have spoken to the Greeks in kindred tongues through images made by man, but Allah the One now speaks to man through Jesus, the only Son, who was and is and evermore will be. This oracle shall fail. The living oracle of Allah, the One, will not fail. Islam. See, it was a custom of the Greeks to communicate with God through, mediums, through instruments made by man. It's like when we watch cartoons or we watch some type of fantasy movie and we see the magician, right? Like Harry Potter. So Harry Potter, him and his cohorts, they go to Hogwarts, the school, so that they can learn to be witches and warlocks, and they are taught to channel their energy through magic wands, right? Pieces of wood. Okay, so then they say, okay, well, the strength of the wand is determined by what type of tree that it was made from, or what type of energy was imbued into it by its maker, right? But the students are taught to need the medium, the magic wand. Where in truth, the magic wand set down on the table is nothing but just a stick. It's nothing but a twig or a piece of wood or a piece of metal or whatever, material is made out of. It doesn't matter. It has no real power. The power always comes from the wielder of the wand in the first place, right? So these Greeks, these Europeans, they had been taught, to speak to Allah through instruments that were made by man. And these instruments, even in their time, they knew and understood that they could not always trust the information that was communicated to them by these instruments if the instruments communicated at all. All right. So Jesus comes, and he demonstrates to these ones, he say, no, Allah speaks to man through man. And then the Prophet Noble Drew Ali comes in our era of time and he teaches a second way that Allah speaks to man in a still small voice. The nearest place to meet Allah is in the heart. So Allah is always on the inside of us in the first place, communicating to us, prepared to guide us, prepared to open up the way for us. And when I say open up the way, it's relative. Each and every single last one of us is a unique individual. And our uniqueness is just as important as is our mission. So therefore, so kindly had he united thy duty to thy nature, that obedience to his precepts is happening witness unto thyself. All we have to do is to be ourselves, and then the mission is easier accomplished. The more of us that be ourselves, the easier the overall mission that we all are a part of. The More Science Temple of America has a purpose. All right. It's not a purpose for this group. It's not a purpose for that group, this administration or that administration. We all have one single purpose. That's the uplifting of fallen humanity. Now we go about this as individuals in our own capacity, doing our part. All right. So I don't have to try to be King Bay or Neil Bay or Jones Bay or Elihu Pleasant Bay. I don't have to try to be these brothers. I don't have to be Edwards here. I don't have to do that. All I got to do is be Pennington Bay, be a faithful member to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's divine plan, a faithful member of his plan. All right. Remember, in the More Science Temple of America, member is synonymous with citizenship. But it's important for us to know that we are all a single individual. We are all part of one divine body. Even if we got different leaderships, it does not matter. Today is Friday, the holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Every temple in the More Science Temple of America held holy day services today. Every single member who spoke, who taught in those holy day services, read from the Holy Quran of the More Science Temple of America. We all stood on our feet at a 45-degree angle, 5 fingers on the left, 2 fingers on the right, and we said the Moorish American prayer. We praise Allah and we honor his holy prophet, and we honor all things Moorish. All right. The things that we shared, those things that that we all have in common, they are so much more powerful than our differences. In unity, there is strength. United, we stand. Moors together are strong. We are a lot stronger than the apes on that movie. We are a lot more stronger than all of the enemies who come against us. Right? Jesus in the Bible, he sent his disciples out, to cast out evil spirits and cast out demons. So the disciples, they come back and they say, man, we found ones casting out demons, not in your name. This is what they said to the prophet Jesus. Remember who the prophet Jesus is. It says here, Jesus, the only Son, who was and is and evermore will be. Now, it's a deep degree in that. All right. But Jesus also was Rabbinat of the Rabbinat. He was the teacher of the teachers, the master of the masters. So when these ones came back to Jesus complaining about these individuals who they found casting out demons now, but not in the name of their leader, what did Jesus say to them? He said that if they not against us, they are with us. All right. This was the ultimate teaching of unity, and it also was a prophecy. It also was a prophecy. It was a prophecy. He was prophesizing then, speaking to his disciples then, because those who are with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali today were with him 2,000 years ago then. So he was saying to us, not to carry on the way that we have been carrying on today. Because ultimately, the division that we believe is real is actually an illusion. It's actually an illusion. Because we are the More Science Temple of America. It's on one temple, it's on one prophet, it's on one God. Islam is on one divine body, and we are all members of it. It does not matter how big, it does not matter how small, it does not matter how insignificant you may believe your part is, or how important you may believe your part is. Your part is important, because just like your body, the body that your spirit and your soul lives in right now, if any part of it was to malfunction, that would be a calamity on your physical state. That's what that would be. Right? It's the same thing with this movement. If any single solitary part is to malfunction, that would be a calamity. And not only would it be a calamity on the organization, on the government of the Moorish Science Temple of America, but it would be a calamity for the Asiatic race and all other Asiatic people whom depend upon us, guides of the nation, Islam, Moors. So have a happy holy day. Praise Allah. Go to sleep. I want the Moors to go to sleep, thinking unity. Y'all see that image right there? Prophet Noble Ali said the lion are the rich, and said that the lamb is the poor people, Moors. You know, that lamb, it represents us, the poor righteous teachers. I wanted to share a measure with the Moors. In the book of Revelations, right there in the beginning of the book, you know, they right there, they in heaven, everybody upset, you know, the angels is crying. They like, man, nobody has earned the right to open the book of the seven seals. Nobody. Right? Nobody in heaven, nobody under heaven, nobody above heaven, nobody on earth, under earth, above earth. Nobody has earned the right to open the book of the seven seals. And in walks in the Lamb. And they say, the Lamb has come. He has earned the right to open the book. And it described the Lamb as looking as if he had been slaughtered. He had been in a fight. The Lamb had been in a fight, Moors. But obviously, the Lamb had won the fight because he was dead. All right. So that's why that lamb right there got claws and that lamb got teeth. We are not hopeless. We are not helpless. We are members of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali sheepfold. And the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that my sheep know the sound of my voice. A stranger will not follow. Islam. So if we following the Prophet, that means that we all together. We all move in one direction. The members' interest can only be in one direction. Islam, was peace and love. Have a good night.